Good morning. It is 11:27 on Monday, July 15th. Good morning. This is Mondays with Robin live, and normally I go live on my Facebook group, Fierce Happy Women. But for today, I wanted to go live on YouTube just in an attempt to see what does it make a difference. Like, will there be more eyes on this? Can I have a greater reach? I'm just curious about it, and so if you're joining us, thank you. If you're joining me on a replay, let me know that too. But I just wanted to try something differently, and we'll see which one I like better. I'm not actually sure now where my eyes are supposed to be because I've got it all set up for Facebook and I didn't bother trying with this one because it's brand new. If you're brand new, Mondays with Robin is a weekly video blog that I do around all things consciousness and spirituality. It is, I am a channel for a multidimensional group of beings called the Council of Light. They are super high level beings, interdimensional beings, cosmic healers, teachers, ascended masters. They're really, really, really high level. They usually come in above 12th level and 12th energetic level. So, and they channel messages through me for the collective around consciousness, spirituality, ascending, becoming, sharing our gifts with the world. I am a happiness coach, a healer, and a spiritual teacher. I call myself a spiritual GPS because what I do is help people come home to themselves so they always have a way to navigate through life. Right now, we are in a huge, huge upgrade. There is so much upheaval in the world. And our job as healers and teachers and spiritual seekers and consciousness beings, if you found my channel, that means you've done some level of work. And you can't have found me unless you vibrate at a pretty high frequency. My guides have that sort of, I have that sort of back and forth agreement with my guides that if you found me, it means you're a healer or a teacher, and you may not know that. And a healer may not be what you think it is. A couple weeks ago in the live that I did a couple weeks ago, I asked what people's version of a healer is, and what people said was someone who helps you um, let go of dis-ease, someone who helps you, who shows you how to come back to yourself. What my version of a healer always is someone who holds a high vibration and invites others to hold that same vibration. So you may have a table practice. You may be a hairdresser or a janitor or a car mechanic or a doctor, or so who cares? If you have a vibration, and I actually believe right now, most of us alive right now are healers. Most of us on the planet came here expressly to create change in the world. So again, if you're here new, welcome. If you're an old friend, welcome back. And we will talk all things consciousness, spirituality, chakras, happiness. I'm a happiness coach, which is a little bit easier than saying, let's dive into the shit that holds you back and find out what's truly keeping you from being happy, coach. Because, well, it's harder to put on a business card. And two, a lot of people get scared when I talk about let's dive into the deep darkness. And the only reason to do that is so that we can choose fierce happiness. The very beginning of my channel is me talking a couple of years ago about why, like, embracing the whole of you. And that's my mission. I really am on a mission to teach and help heal as many light workers as I can, because the world really truly needs your light. And especially right now where it feels scary and challenging and dark, and there's all kinds of upheaval right now. And by all accounts, it's not going to It's not going to ease off for the rest of this year. We can expect seismic shifts in leaders and political figures, in challenges and changes to the way things have always been done. I'm not and violence is never the answer, but sometimes when we are afraid, violence is a really rage is anger that has been turned outward, and anger is always masking fear. Rage and fear go hand in hand. They are Rage is a first chakra. Anger is a third chakra emotion, action. The boundaries have been violated. But rage masks fear, and fear is a first chakra experience. First chakra is the root. It is the physical world. It is our home. It is our safety. It is our security. And I want you to just imagine for a minute, where in the world does it feel safe right now? We're hard pressed to find it, and that's because the invitation is we are not going to find it outside of us. It is not external to us. First chakra is within us. It is our connection to the earth. It is our connection to roots. It is the ancestral line, and we are healing that. We are clearing the ancestral trauma. The upheaval we're experiencing is because our first chakras are under reconstruction. And the only thing that we can do is to be in it. It feels scary. Absolutely, it does. It feels overwhelming. Yes. We are not meant to be doing this work alone. And if we try to do it in silos, we will feel isolated. We will feel unstable, unsteady, the shifting ground beneath us. It's all by design. And if we can somehow come back to this place of everything is okay, nothing is going wrong, there's nothing to fix. We chose to be here at this moment expressly so that we could heal, grow, become, ascend to a higher level of consciousness. That means all of the old ways have to fall. So yeah, it feels scary right now. It feels shaky. It feels unsteady. I get it. I was with a group of people on Saturday when we got news of what had happened in Pennsylvania. And we went from happy and laughing and joking and having fun and watching our kids play to there was an immediate sea change of fear, anxiety, what if, how will we, what, and again, I don't care which side of the political aisle you're on. It was a shaky feeling, and our whole sea changed. And so I knew in that moment we had to change it back, because that was a lot of collective energy that was focused on what we don't want: fear, lack, scarcity, survival. All of these are first chakra energies. And so I led my friends in this conversation, and I said, what is the world we want to live in? What does safety look like? What does belonging feel like? What is security? What is stability? What is the world we want to live in? And I asked us all to talk about it, and I gave some reassurances, and that we don't have to fear, that we don't have to give into the darkness. The light is winning. The light is winning, and it will ultimately encompass the darkness. Our job is not to feed the darkness. Every single time we put attention on something we don't want, we create more of that thing in the world. Energy goes where attention flows. Energy flows where attention goes. You get the point. But if we are focused on what we don't want, fear, what if, please, not this, not this, not this, all of our attention is on it. And that creates all of what we don't want. So I I brought that fear. I felt it. I felt it. I allowed myself to feel the feelings. I allowed us all. We all felt the fear. We felt the fear. We sat in it. And then we also dispersed it. We found connection in the tribe that we are creating. My daughter we used a donor for my daughter. And this was a group of moms who also have siblings, children from that same donor. We're their sibling group. It's amazing. It's amazing to see what genetics versus upbringing is doing. We're all raising our kids separately, and yet we come together, and there's a connection. And these kids have a community. They have a tribe, and the moms have a tribe. And that's what we brought ourselves back to. We brought ourselves back to the community, the togetherness, the we're not alone in this energy anymore. And that is what we need. So I'm going to ask you the same question. What does security mean? What does belonging feel like? If you're going to use your imagination anyway, use it for something that you want rather than what you don't want, because the universe doesn't understand. I had a reading, a healer gave me a reading the other day where she was saying the universe, it's not any harder to do 100% than 20%. And what I'm going to say is the universe can only do 100% or 0%. That means it doesn't understand the not. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's what you're bringing to you. What is the world you want to live in? And how can I help you get there? How can I help you embody it? This is what I do. This is the work I do. This is what I teach all day, every day. This is what I live. This is what I practice. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And gods know the world needs our light right now more than ever. Expressly because we are here to create community. We are here to create connection and unity, and remembering that we are all one consciousness. So whether or not you feel vindicated, challenged, righteous, justified, angry, fearful, sad, hurt, whatever, it's all up for us to heal. It's all up for us to touch on our edges so that we know the places in us that are still clinging to fear, guilt, shame, sadness, lies, illusion, attachment. Those are all of the energies that shut down our blueprint to consciousness. And we're here right now so that we can rise above it, so that we can raise our frequency. And you may not know how to do that, and I completely get it. This work is hard. It is hard. It can be scary, it can be overwhelming, and you cannot do this work alone. This is what my job is. And I this is what my mission is. And I want nothing more than to help people get it. Because you're never alone. And I just need people to understand that. I want it, like I can taste it and I can feel it and I can see it and I can experience what a world feels like when we're all working together instead of against one another. That's the world I want to live in. What world do you want to live in? Come join us. Let's create together the collective community we all so desperately want to see in the world. I love you. That's all I really have. It's if you're interested, keep following me here. Join me in my Facebook group, Fierce Happy Women. I have a membership site where I do a monthly channeled reading where I give you a sense of the energies that are coming. The Council of Light always has a guided message for us for the month. I also do a group healing once a month, also part of the membership site, or you can do it separately, where it's it's a channeled healing. I hold the space for the healer, for the energies to come through, and the beings come through, and they give us whatever the theme was for the month from the council. The council sends the beings that will expressly help with that healing. That's once a month. We do it on the fourth Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern. I also am in the process of creating a group program. We're going to be doing some consciousness work and connecting with the divine feminine and allowing and receiving, so that we can start manifesting, not really manifesting, but co-creating with the universe, and really, really, really clearing out those abundance blocks and energy shifts that will are holding us back from living our truly amazing life. That will start. Uh, it's 8 weeks, 8 people, starting on 8/8. So I will drop the link for that below, and please like, share, follow, and spread the message. There's only love, vibrating at different frequencies. Please decide what frequency of love you want to vibrate at, and vibrate it to the best of your ability. I love you all. Have a beautiful, amazing, wonderful Monday. Stay cool. It is incredibly hot.